What's up, YouTube? I just woke up. It's been a while. Today is the morning of a trip. I'm going to Portugal and I'm going to take you guys with me. As you can see here, this room is an absolute disaster. I'm still freaking charging the mic. The real reason why I want to make this video is about forgetting one of the most important things on a trip, which is your intention. Sometimes I really struggle with this idea of letting myself enjoy fun and pleasure when you're not there yet. And it reminds me of a quote from one of my favorite people, Jim Rohn. He said, "A lot of people get this wrong. What they do is when they're at the beach, they're thinking work. When they're at work, they're thinking the beach." Right? And you got to get those things right. Like I said, easier said than done, but let's talk about it. All right, you guys, we got a lot of stuff we got to get done. My flight's at like 7. I haven't packed. I got to get my hair done, which is going to be a 4-hour process. I also have to make this video for you guys. So we got a lot of shit we got to do before we get up out of here. But first, let's go get ourselves a coffee. So let's unpack this. Like for me, I think one of the reasons why that guilty conscience kicks in has to do with the internal pressure or like personal self-image that you have of yourself. Like when I think about that, for me, it's the internal pressure of trying to make it somewhere or be somebody or become the highest version of yourself. That's like a voice inside your head that's constantly scrutinizing and interrogating every single decision that you make. And when you want two things equally as bad, like you want to relax and have fun and enjoy life, but you also want to achieve this highest version of yourself, it can be very conflicting. And that internal dialogue and that internal pressure that you're putting on yourself is why you're unable to just relax and like surrender and let go to the experiences of life. And the saddest part about that too is, and you know, when I reflect on sometimes when I'm in this headspace, is that it kind of sucks the fun out of life. Like, what are you even doing it for, right? If you're constantly just in a headspace where you're letting life go by, you're saying no to opportunities, you're not letting yourself enjoy the pleasures of what life is, you slowly start to lose the essence of understanding even what life is. Like you lose the ability to enjoy a cup of coffee in the sun. You lose the ability to get excited about anything because you're constantly now just become one-dimensional. It's, I gotta become this thing, and becoming this thing is where all my happiness is. And once I become this thing, I will start to wake up to the idea that a sunny day feels nice and going on a trip is awesome and hanging out with your friends is important. And I feel like it's a bit of a backwards mindset, but what is the self-image that you're trying to uphold that isn't allowing you to lean into the joys and pleasures of life? Good morning, how are you? That's not good for anybody. I'll get an iced coffee.
I'll be over here. Are you ready?
Should have had that sip of coffee before I started talking. I won't make this whole video very deep. I'll talk to you guys about the trip real quick. I'm going to Portugal. I'm gonna go to a place called Portimao. It's where Afro Nation is gonna be held this year. I'm going with a good friend of mine, Ben and Amir. It's gonna be on the beach. I've never been on a festival on a beach, so that's a change of pace. But Burna Boy's gonna be there, Davido's gonna be there. I think Chris Brown pulled out, but Thames, who's another one of my favorite artists, is going to be there, and it's going to be a good time. And then I'm going to go try and do the south of Spain after on a solo journey. I want you guys to leave in the comments how this is something that you struggle with, letting yourself kind of enjoy life and planning trips. Maybe some of you guys have never even gone on a trip because you feel so guilty about going on a trip. I hope this encourages you to get out of your comfort zone, go experience life. I think that in life, what you really take with you is just memories and experiences. And when you're depriving yourself of that, this future that you're chasing, it's never gonna come.
Niggas was standing beside me, hiding some people I love. Hang around pussies who try me, let's go. What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? Let's go.
This is the new spot, huh?
Yeah, new spot, bro.
It's just better not ask for no favor. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. It's love for my brothers and debt to a traitor. Let's go. She might decide to say no to me now.
Yo, what's up? We're finally back at the apartment. Just completed the braid up. Woo! Yeah, I love it. I'm super fired up about the braid up. But it's now 5:40. I still have to eat, get all of this in a bag, shower, all before 6:30 when my Uber arrives. So I got a lot to do. But I wanted to move on to, the second reason why I think some of us might have a guilty conscience, including myself. And it's the fear of falling behind, right? I think we all know that feeling. That little voice in the back of your head that says to you, if you slow down, someone might pass you. Or what if I miss a huge opportunity? It's wild to me because you could be on the verge of something so amazing, like for me heading to Portugal and having this cool travel plan and this trip with my friends, and you're still thinking, what if this sets me back? It's like we've been conditioned by hustle culture to believe that rest is a weakness or a step back. And I think that's another reason why we have that guilty conscience, to be honest. And I really think that if you are always racing towards something, you can never fully be in the present moment and enjoy where you actually are. And speaking of rushing, I probably should get this down. And so let me pack all this up. Yo, we're finally in the Uber.
Season 10,
another
baby.
Trip. Let's go. Another season of the Wild Boys out in the countries. We're on the Uber ride to the airport now, heading to Portugal, Afro Nation.
Nice 30,000 people from around the world coming together in the south of Portugal.
We'll see you guys at the airport. Talk to you soon.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Another country.
All right, we're heading to the train station, Lisboa Oriente. We're gonna decide if we take the train or the bus, but it's about 3 hours to get us to Portimao, where the festivities will begin.
We did it. We're in Portimao, Portugal. This is crazy. It's so crazy. We started in my bedroom. A couple hours later, a couple flights later, you were in a completely different country. That's always fascinated me. Let's talk about this third reason why we got that guilty conscience, the myth of later joy. I think that a lot of us sometimes keep pushing joy to the future until you realize that you've never actually ever been present. You look back at your memories and you reflect at the times and the places that you spent money to go to. You put it in your calendar. You looked forward to those trips, and now you're relying on your camera roll to actually experience it. One second. Where are you from?
Me, I'm a content creator, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Billy the Goat, yeah?
Billy the Goat?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your name?
Anwar,
What's
yeah.
your social?
You're a streamer. How's that been going? How long you been doing that?
Going good.
More like introspective philosophy, becoming a better version of yourself. Okay, Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
My brother, I love
Hey,
that.
nice to meet you, dog. Just a genuine, natural interaction right there. That's awesome. You know what? I almost got actually caught up in the whole filming thing just then. I don't know if you guys caught that. I might actually just leave this in the video because that's a prime example of what I mean by being in the moment, right? I don't know who that guy is. I don't know what it could have been. But the idea that I was doing something and I'm so focused on what I was doing, I almost missed an opportunity to connect with someone, you know? Like that guy had the courage to come out of his way to come chat to me and figure out, what I'm doing and why I'm filming. And because I'm not even so
like it didn't even roll off my tongue that like, yo, this is what I do. And you kind of put me on the spot, and I'm like, I'm just filming content, man. Like I haven't really fully decided, but I feel like it's that insecurity that sometimes makes us not want to show up, because you're like, oh, well, I'm not so polished yet. I don't exactly know what I'm doing with this. And you could easily be like, yo, man, like, brush that conversation off just so that you can get back to the filming. I actually almost even hit stop recording and I let it roll. And I'm so happy I did that, because the whole point of this trip for me is to break the cycle of this future enjoyment, It's to break the cycle of having to rely on my camera roll for memories. It's to break the cycle of you're not enough right now, you can't enjoy right now because you're not where you're at, which is the whole point of this video, in essence. Yeah, we'll see how this trip goes. I'm going to tap back in at the end of the trip, and I'll catch you guys at the end of the festival. Peace.
Gorgeous though, not gonna lie. No. Like this, imagine this is like your property, you wake up and you're just like,
Love is a blessing, yo. We international. That don't mean they stone in the room. Call my G's when I'm missing them home. This is intentional. Been in the lab, Rise up track when I spin on the beat. Rise up track, make you move your feet. Let the sun shine down and here you go. Don't tell me what can't be small. I was born or raised in Africa. Mama said to forget that's who you are.
Yeah, that's not music. 125. But that was
And just like that, we are back. And first of all, if you've made it this far in the video, you are an OG. You are a real one for that. Please leave a like and comment below so that I know that you've made it this far. You're so appreciated, and thank you for that. If you are wondering, was I able to surrender to the trip? I think so. I think that there was definitely like moments where I felt an overwhelming sense of bliss, and I could feel the present moment. One night in particular, I remember watching the sunset in Spain overlooking the Alhambra, and I felt that present feeling where nothing mattered but that like last second that just went by. I think that it's hard and rare to get there. On the trip, there was definitely pockets and moments of that for me. Now, towards the end of the trip, I will admit I could feel my rat race brain kicking back in and trying to get me back into the future and trying to think about what should be and could be and would be, and trying to over-dominate the dialogue in my mind. So I will admit that towards the end of the trip, I think that I started like stressing out about what I needed to do when I got back. But I also think that that's normal. I think that that's normal. But if you are planning a trip and you're going through the motions right now of the wrestling between the trip you're about to go on and who you're trying to become or what you're trying to do or where you're trying to go, I hope that you take some guidance from this video that don't waste the trip. Don't waste the trip. The challenges that you're facing will be there when you come back. And so please like, subscribe, get in the comments. Tell me what your biggest takeaway was from this video. I really enjoyed making it. I hope to make more videos like this. And if you stick around, I just quit my job. I just took a trust fall in myself and the universe. And you might find out how that goes. See you in the next video.